Gone are the days when training for surfing simply meant paddling around for a few hours and then a trip to the bakery. These days, pro surfers and elite surfing hopefuls are exposed to a world of biomechanics, physiology and nutrition. And Surfing Australia's Sports Scientist Manager and Head of Strength and Conditioning, Dr. Sheppard, is one of the best in the business.
My name is Sheppard. I'm the Head of Strength Conditioning and Sports Science Manager at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. I've been in this job for 2 years. Prior to that, I was working with Olympic sport for the previous 20 years. To be honest, I had no intention of leaving my work that I was doing in Olympic sport. I wasn't looking to make a change, but when the Australian Sports Commission increased its support for Surfing Australia, and I saw that we could really do something groundbreaking and innovative. It was just an opportunity that was too good to pass up. We have athletes as young as 12 in our program and athletes in their 30s on the WCT. And the thing is, it's about doing the right thing at the right time. Knowing what the right thing, sports science helps us, but so does coaching observation, and so does talking to the athlete and getting their ideas as well. So it's not just about fancy sports science testing. That's a big part of what we do. So that we're really trying to build this support network for the athletes throughout that career path. We do a series of paddle tests to help decide what the athlete's priorities should be in each training opportunity that we get, each training block, and that's turned out to be a really robust means for us to test athletes because we know it's critical. Best results that we've ever seen are from WCT surfers. For example, last Thursday, most of the surfers I work with were on the Gold Coast for an amazing swell at Kira. And they weren't allowing any jet skis, which is probably a good thing. And that turned that 8 hours for those guys into a lot of paddling. And we know that for every hour they surf, they're paddling for about 30 minutes. So we've got 4 hours of paddling in the tank. The last thing I'm gonna do on Friday is give them more paddling. But by monitoring their performance in paddling, we can also get a better idea of what methods can improve each athlete. So for example, with the sprint paddle, we've had a WCT surfer who improved his peak velocity in his sprint paddling by 0.2 meters per second, which doesn't sound like a lot. But if you get into a long paddle battle with another athlete in a WCT event, it's going to be that half meter or meter difference over that 20 or 30 seconds that they're doing it that is going to make the difference between who gets priority and not. So the instrumentation that we're able to bring with advanced sports science equipment is helping us with our elite athlete program. Surfing most definitely now could be described as a jump and land sport. So one of the things that I knew I needed to bring in from my background working with other sports that are jumping and landing sports is we need to look at injuries. And we need to first and foremost make the athlete robust. But athletes, before we even start coaching them on aerials, they have to be strong enough to handle the landing. And so we strength train and we do gymnastics. To be strong, you have to lift heavy things. To be powerful, you have to be able to produce that force and arrest that force. So we do plyometrics. Olympic lifting, which surprises a lot of people. I've brought in Olympic lifting. If a surfer isn't doing Olympic lifting, I strongly encourage them to get started. You have to be powerful and strong to get the bar off the floor. And with correct technique, it's one of the safest ways to get strong in absorbing force because they have to absorb the weight. Whether they're landing a floater or a massive air, they have to absorb that force primarily through their ankle, knee, and hip. And we do that in a very controlled, very safe way with Olympic lifting. And they might do a power clean with 100 kilos. That definitely matches the demand of absorbing a big aerial. Surfing is still a carefree and fun sport, and the athletes who we train, they're having fun because they want it as well. but we're taking this very seriously. We want to be physically superior to our opposition, and that means we have to push that envelope. If there's something to win, I want to be a part of winning it. Unapologetically elitist. I was a competitive athlete myself, and I'm still competitive, so I'm surrounded by competitive people. Yeah, I'm tough on them, but that's just expectations, and part of being supportive is actually having high expectations. I want what's best for them, and winning a world title is what's best for them.
Well, that's another show all wrapped up, guys. Remember that we would absolutely love it if you could hit us up on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. I'm Jess Scarrett, and I'll see you next time for more Surfing Australia TV.